The power available from the solar cells is DC. So the current that the solar cells will be producing will be of direct current nature. So in applications which need direct current power, for example, electric lights based on light emitting diodes, the energy can be directly used. So electric lights that are based on light emitting diodes, that is LED lights, which make use of a semiconductor diode and glow when potential difference is applied. So for these types of lights, the direct current supply from the solar cells can be used, and we can make use of such lights. However, since the energy from solar cell is available only in presence of sunlight, the energy has to be stored in batteries for use at later time. Most of the equipment in domestic as well as industrial use run on alternating current power. In such case, the direct current solar power must be converted to alternating current power using an electronic device called inverter. So because solar cells give rise to direct current, and most of the equipment that we make use of in our homes as well as industries use alternating current. So this direct current that is generated by the solar cell and which is stored in the batteries as direct current can be converted into alternating current by a device which is called as an inverter. And this current can then be used to run the domestic appliances as well as in industries. So here this conversion has been shown to us. Here we have a solar cell and it will give rise to direct current which will be stored in the batteries, and the inverter will be converting the direct current into alternating current, which will then be used by electric equipment working on AC power. So this is the conversion of energy generated by the solar cells in the form of DC to AC by making use of an inverter. We have seen that many solar panels can be connected together to generate whatever energy we need. The direct current power generated from these panels is first converted into alternating power. This is brought about with the help of the inverter. A transformer transforms the voltage and current levels of the generated power, and then it is fed into the electricity distribution network. So the function of the transformer or a solar transformer is to increase the voltage and then finally deliver the solar energy or electrical energy generated due to solar power to the utility grid or the electricity distribution network. In this way, electricity is generated without any fuel combustion and so without any air pollution. However, as the energy is generated using solar radiation, solar cells can generate electricity during daytime only. So this is a limitation of solar energy, that we can utilize this energy only during daytime. Here we have a schematic for solar photovoltaic station. Here we can see a number of solar panels and they have been connected to one another so as to form a solar array. Here we have an inverter which converts direct current to alternating current, and the transformer which increases the voltage finally to deliver the electrical energy to the power grid or the electricity distribution network, from where it will be carried to run various equipments and various other purposes. We now come to the last topic of the lesson, that is solar thermal power plant. Just as the light energy that we obtain from the sun can be converted into electrical energy with the help of photovoltaic cells, we can even make use of the heat radiations of the sun to produce electric energy. Let us first see and understand what are the different stages in a solar thermal power plant. Concentrators for collecting sunlight. Concentrators or reflectors, which are mirrors, are used to collect and concentrate the sunlight to produce the high temperature heat that is needed to generate electricity. So here you can see the U-shaped, curved, rectangular and long reflectors or concentrators, which are mirrors. So the heat radiations that we get from the sun fall onto these concentrators or reflectors or mirrors, and they get reflected. Now these reflected heat radiations fall onto the next part of the solar thermal power plant, which are called as absorbers. So we need an absorber for absorbing the concentrated sunlight. So these absorbers are tubes, and through these tubes a fluid is made to flow. This fluid here is water, which is constantly flowing through these absorbers, that is the tubes. So absorbers are required for absorbing the concentrated sunlight. Steam turbine. Now once the heat radiations are reflected by the reflectors onto these absorbers, the heat radiations are absorbed by the water that is flowing. So water absorbs all the heat radiations and it gets heated up. After getting heated up, it gets converted into steam. This steam is used to drive the steam turbines. Now this entire thing has been shown here also. Here you have got long, curved and U-shaped rectangular mirrors or reflectors or concentrators. So three have been shown here. Then we have the absorbers, which are in the form of tubes through which a fluid, here water, is constantly made to flow. The heat radiations or the heat energy of the sun gets reflected by these mirrors onto these tubes, which absorb the heat energy and heat up the water. Once the water gets heated up, it gets converted into steam, and then this steam is used to drive the turbines. Here we have a steam turbine which gets rotating when steam falls onto it with lot of force and lot of pressure and very high temperature. Then we have electric generator. Once the turbine starts rotating, it activates the generators. The generator on moving produces electrical energy. So electric generator, electric energy is generated. Here also we have a cooling tower, because after the steam is released, it will lose its pressure as well as temperature. So then it is passed through a condenser. From the cooling tower, we have the water that is continuously made to flow so as to condense the steam and convert it into water. And this water can be again pumped and it can be again circulated so as to get heated up once again and get converted into steam so as to produce electrical energy. So this is a solar thermal power plant where heat radiations of the sun are used and electrical energy is generated. So with this we come to the end of this lesson. We have completed all the topics from the lesson. You must all read the lesson and solve the question and answers. Thank you.